On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. John Franklin Myers there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 9
He's usually
yards.
such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. That is a big play for LA. 33 yards.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out. And not only do you pick up the first down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
Good running inside the 25. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 12. That one good for 26 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Herbert now on 1st down. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Broncos' 3-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. He'll try to run with Hampton. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by John A. Barrett.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They'll go play action with Nix. Out to his right. Now he'll run it. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Broncos.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Dobbins. He's close to a 1st down to gain a pitch and catch on first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Mims sent in motion here. Second down. Nix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Mims sent in motion here. On second down, it's Nix. That is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Here's Dobbins. 14 on the pickup. First down, Broncos.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Man in motion is Ingram. Now, a second down throw for Nix. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
Mims sent in motion here. Nix from the gun on third down. He's got it at about the 8. And he's in. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Herbert now on first down. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go with Hampton. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, L.A.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Disley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Lion. Baylor tight. Go.
He'll run with Harris. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
That's to Conklin, the tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop it.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Justin Herbert, touchdown, L.A.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A run with Dobbins. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They send Sutton in motion. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. Inside the 40. And he will score. Evan Ingram. Touchdown Broncos. using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. A return coming from the 14.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
12.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw on the run is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run. This is Hampton. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Back at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break.
Set. Delta. Set.
Now a toss left side for Hampton. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it third and 5.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Here's Hampton. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Go.
Here's Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so high. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Nix to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on, the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A 1st down throw for Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he's in! Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Broncos will take a 21-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
touchdown. Luck's going to send this one away. He'll grab it at the 12. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. Throw across his body is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Let's go, let's go. 5-9, 5-9. Go.
Herbert now on first down. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Delta to Hunt.
They'll run out of the gun with Hampton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. And the Chargers have the first down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
No play fake. Herbert. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Broncos 41. Chargers 14.
At the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Forced to his right. He'll take a shot with Mims.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he'll just fight the board and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to find his running backs downfield. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He'll get this inside the 20, and nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And he'll lose big yardage on this one, trying to get to the edge. Instead, steps out of bounds well behind the line.
Yeah, at some point, you just have to know when the party's over. You just have to cut your losses. I think in this case, he's just trying to do a little bit too much, make something out of nothing, and he ends up being taken back for a pretty big loss.
We'll go with the drop play here on 2nd down. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll throw. It's Nix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. They'll bring up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. They'll return this from the 11. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line. Here's second down and 6. Pistol here for Herbert. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, L.A. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and they'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
2-yard gain brings up second down at the 23-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Mims sent in motion here. Next, from the gun, on third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Broncos.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. It is 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Harvey. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
It all comes down to this, Mike. I mean, barring something crazy happening, they just don't have enough timeouts to get the ball back again. So 4th down, gotta have it. Keep your hopes alive. After what's been a great game, the final moments, it all comes down to this play.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have a Broncos 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Second down. Nix. There's a screen from McLaughlin. Now inside the 25. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Chargers 21. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken around the 11th. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back. Fall like yellow on leaves. Fall like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Brewing a coffee to sleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. I know so long as she get really and I don't mean to call you cause I don't know that, and if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back way back when we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap. You said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back in the back of the Maybach. Play that. You see J that. I be in the streets like a strip rat. I will never be with a ring cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.